Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Mediki wall sconce. This is going to be the 204750. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and we're going to be talking about the distance from the very bottom to the very top. Top of that glass is coming in at 24.5, so a good 2 feet up. Width is 4.8. Projection on this is really shallow. It's really close to the wall, only 3.8 inches coming out. That makes this ADA compliant. ADA is Americans with Disabilities Act that says a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches. So this is going to be one of those great ones that you can use in all kinds of good applications, like in hallways because it's really flush. You can get by it easily. You can use it in commercial applications where you have ADA compliancy issues for architects and interior designers, stairways, all kinds of good places like that. Backplate 4.8 by 4.8. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box, which is 4-inch. This is what you have on your wall now. That'll cover it nicely. Mounting height from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your J box is coming in at 18.1. So just remember that. Why don't we hop into another quick thing. I want to show you more information about all that, and how we're going to do it is to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how the mounting bracket's going to go on your junction box. Very simple. It's going to show you the glass on this, and it's going to be very important about the size of the glass on this because it's coming in at 3.25 inches wide, 8.12 inches tall, so it can accommodate a pretty tall bulb, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But it's also going to be, because this is ADA compliant, that glass is not that big. It's coming out from the wall, and it's only 2.75 inches. That's going to make a big difference when we talk about light bulbs in just a little bit. So just keep an eye on that. That leads us to the glass again. So it's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is a milky white opaque glass. I'm going to get a lot more involved in that later in this video, so stay tuned for that. And then why don't we talk about what's going on as far as lamping goes on this, using just medium base socket, so it's an easy bulb to get, just a regular screw-in light bulb. If you want to stick with an incandescent bulb, the maximum you're going to be able to get as far as light output is going to be this. And this is a halogen bulb. This is a BT15 halogen bulb. And what this is a little tiny bulb is hiding inside of this. You can't even see it. And then a larger bulb that you can handle other than that. And then this is going to allow some airspace between the bulb and the glass. And it has to be that way because of heat generated by a halogen bulb. But we know that halogen bulbs generate a lot of heat, and they don't generate as much light as, here, LED bulbs. So now we have some LED bulbs to play with. So we know you have a 60 watt max halogen. I don't think you should go that way. I think you should go this way. And there's a couple of them that you can use. So this is a this is a A15. So an A15 is slightly smaller than a regular size A19 light bulb. A19 is the size we all kind of grew up with, and it's been everywhere. But this is the smaller one. These tend to go in places that are kind of tight, like this piece of glass. And these are going to max out in the marketplace, and I probably found it on Amazon at a 75 watt equivalent. This is a T10. So a T10 is just a light bulb that goes into things like exit signs that go above doors in commercial places like restaurants. So they're easy to find in every hardware store because they have to be found to go in all those exit signs. So both of these bulbs are going to be fine for you. I've seen this in a 75 watt equivalent. I've seen this in a 75 watt equivalent. Is that enough light for a bathroom if you have two of these, one on each side? Absolutely, so you don't have to worry about that. Excuse me, they're going to offer these to you in all kinds of different colors, and that's going to be important too. If you're using this in a dining room or a kitchen, probably well, you could use it in the kitchen, I guess, but if you're going to be using a dining room or a living room where you kind of want romantic light, you don't need a lot of light for tasks like a kitchen, you can go for the 2700 Kelvin, and that's going to be that super yellow light that you see out there in the world. And then they're going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight. And that's the one you got to be careful about because daylight is not a warm light. That's that bluish white light like a hospital waiting room on an overcast day. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, and you could use everywhere, hallways, stairways, kitchens, dining rooms, living rooms, or those commercial applications like restaurants and hotels, This would be great in a doctor's office too. I think a waiting room would be perfect. Would be warm white, soft white, and that's 3000 Kelvin. That's the light that's coming down on this desk from these bulbs above. So you can see how nice this looks. It's got the nice gentle warmth of an incandescent bulb we grew up with, but it's an LED. In any event, depending on what you guys have going on, in bathrooms generally people don't dim lights, so you don't have to worry about that if you're looking for a dimmable bulb. But if you are doing this in places like a living room and a dining room, you definitely want to get a dimmable version of that bulb. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.